Hey, this is Joe with MotorBiscuit, and I'm here with the 2023 Toyota RAV4 Prime. And today we're going to see if it's worth the extra money over the RAV4 Hybrid. So let's take a closer look.
Driving the Toyota RAV4 Prime is a powerful, smooth, and quiet experience, at least in terms of its powertrain. Off-the-line starts are quick, and mashing the throttle delivers a lot more power than you would expect from a small crossover. When the RAV4 Prime debuted a couple of years ago, critics raved about its rapid acceleration, and trust me, that 0 to 60 mile an hour time is no joke. Don't get me wrong, it won't push you back in your seat like an exotic car, but it is the quickest crossover in its class. In fact, Toyota says it's the quickest car in its lineup outside of the GR models. Performance aside, the Toyota RAV4 Prime is comfortable to cruise around in. My only criticism is that its suspension feels stiffly sprung compared to rivals from Honda and Nissan. But the stiffness makes it handle well in the tight corners, and you get used to it after a while on long drives. There are also different drive modes like Sport and Comfort to adjust the driving experience, but I didn't feel a huge difference when switching to them. As for charging the car, Toyota says it should take around 10 hours on a household plug to charge the RAV4 Prime and 2.5 hours on a public level 2 charger. In my experience though, it took about 11 hours to charge a car on the household plug. Well, that was fine though, because I plugged it at night and it was charged by the time I was ready to use it the next day.
Looking under the hood of the RAV4 Prime, this is the main difference between this model and the regular RAV4 Hybrid. Under the hood here, you do have a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine that's mated to an electric motor. You have an electric motor up front and one in the rear, and then a CVT transmission connecting everything. And for power output, you have 302 horsepower compared to 219 horsepower in the RAV4 Hybrid. And that'll give you a 0 to 60 time of 5.7 seconds, according to Toyota. And also with the Prime, you get 42 miles of all-electric range. And when that's all used up, you'll have regular hybrid mode where you'll get 38 miles per gallon combined, which is actually the same thing in the RAV4 Hybrid as well. All right, here's a little interior tour of the RAV4 Prime. So first up, we have the 10-inch infotainment touchscreen display. The cool thing is, for Toyota, they made it very, very easy to toggle through all the menus. You also have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and let's face it, most people just use that anyway, so if you know how to use it, super easy. Coming down here, you do have the climate controls. They're really nice knobs and buttons as opposed to them being on a touchscreen. You have heated and ventilated seats, a wireless car charger, a normal shifter as opposed to buttons, which is pretty cool. And then also your different drive modes for Sport, Comfort, and EV mode. Moving over here to the steering wheel, you have a leather-wrapped steering wheel that's heated, and you also have a digital instrument cluster. And one of the coolest features I like is this digital rear view mirror, so you can see even more behind you. Also, you have the panoramic view camera and the optional JBL premium sound system. All right, so that was our tour of the RAV4 Prime. Now, in terms of pricing, the RAV4 Hybrid starts at about $31,000. This starts at $43,000. And for the XSE trim, you're looking at about $46,000 versus the XSE trim for the RAV4 Hybrid, which is $36,000. So essentially you have a $10,000 difference between the two. Now the question is it really worth that extra $10,000? Well, you do get better performance, a bigger battery, all electric range, and you get a $7,500 rebate when you buy the RAV4 Prime. On top of that, if you're in states like California, you do get the carpool sticker as well. So, is it really worth 10 grand? I personally think so, because when you factor in that rebate, it's really more roughly around $2,500, $3,000 difference. So in that case, I think it is worth it. So, thanks for watching, and be sure to check out our socials down below in the description. And for more information on this car and plenty of others, be sure to check out MotorBiscuit.com.